So the question is, in business, there's a need to generate revenue and profit, and we want to do profit from day one. But the money side, how do you deal with what some of us think about pastoral life, where it is almost anti-money? How do you balance those two almost conflicting ideas?
That's such a great question, and surprisingly, one I don't get asked very often. That's a really insightful question. There's two parts to it, I think. There's the internal part. There's me, and I used to have a really, really bad relationship with an attitude towards money. I thought that wealth was bad, being rich was bad, that working to get rich was bad. And so I had a really unhealthy view of all of that. So I've had to deal with that and overcome that and learn the truth about that. So there's that part of it. And I am in a much better place now, being comfortable saying, I want to be wealthy. I want abundant wealth. I want a Cadillac Escalade. I want to be able to, whatever. I'm comfortable with that. But the other side of that is dealing with people and the appearance of that, so as not to look like I'm exploiting my position for gain at the expense of other people. Because when other people deal with a minister, they're dealing with someone who's there for their benefit, to help them, not to get something from them. There's a whole other bunch of stuff around that too. But anyway, um, so first of all, I don't market in any way, shape, or form to people I go to church with or other churches I work with. I don't, if I go and preach at a place, I completely leave off the business totally. Um, Not because I necessarily think it's all that wrong to do otherwise, but the perception of it would immediately make me toxic to other people. And I think that part of our obligation as business people and as human beings is being respectful of other people's views and realizing that, yes, you might have a right to do something, but if it causes a problem in a relationship or for another person, you should think about foregoing that thing. Just think about it. So I'm very careful about how I let them come to me and find me. I don't go looking for them or marketing to them. So I try to build a very solid wall between those two.
Awesome. Yeah, it's one of those areas that we could have a long, long, long conversation on this, but it's there are ideas, the money and church and whatever religion or facet you
Yep.
want. Some
Yep.
people believe they're incompatible and others don't. And you look at some of the mega churches in the South, and you cannot possibly stick your head in the sand and go, they're not focused on money. You look at the same of what's the one? Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Calgary, where my home is. I'm not there right now. They are some of the biggest prime real estate owners in North America. Prime, beautiful stuff. So again, you can't. There are people who will argue over here, over there, and then there's in the middle. And I remember early on when I was starting my online business, one of the case studies that one of the big coaches used was a gentleman who was starting a monthly membership, but it was for pastors, ministers, I can't remember which specific one, but they were struggling to produce their sermons and their lesson plans or whatever every week. So he created a monthly membership where every week, they would pay a certain amount a month, and every week that he would produce that. And so they wouldn't have to do that piece, because obviously it's a chunk of work that you have to do. And particularly if you're doing that along with another job or something like that. So there's many different facets where, the church and money intersect, and it can be good and it can be bad, and
Yes.
you know, it's
Yes.
there is a happy place.
Yes. 100%. And it involves getting clear in your own mind where you come down on it. And it involves just being socially aware of other people and where they are and what is the best way to interact with them. I mean, it's just, it's simple. It's not easy, but it is simple to understand, what you got to figure it out for yourself, and you got to deal with other people in love to help them be cool with it too.
And I think that, and it doesn't matter whether we're talking about money or we're talking
Yes.
about religion, that applies to absolutely everything in your
All the time.
personal relationships, in your business relationships, all
Yes.
of that.